Taking a look at today's equity index futures markets, let's look at the S&P 500 futures as they're realizing a little hesitation today. We did see them actually down almost 1% intraday, but recovering late in the session to settle basically unchanged. And that's after 4 consecutive days higher. So we are holding on to the top end of the range here for the last week now, with the S&P 500 futures recovering late in the session. And I think when you look at some of the reasons why we're seeing the markets adjusting here today, a lot has to do with the Fed narrative now. We're at post-Fed meeting, and there's a lot of Fed discussion now. And the chairman of the Federal Reserve had a press conference today, or at least had an appearance, I should say, and indicating that there's a potential for rate hikes being moved forward. Now, the market is anticipating that there's a high probability of 6 more rate hikes this year. But initially, the market, I think, was expecting 1 per meeting. And now today, the Fed chairman indicated that they may move some of those hikes up more so into the meetings, which basically is indicating that they could do 50 basis points at the next meeting instead of 25. And the market, the CME FedWatch tool, adjusted quite a bit for that probability today when the May meeting comes off here in the next month or so. And, I think when you look at other factors contributing, the interest rate environment, we did see quite a move in the interest rate environment that had an impact in the equity markets. And so when you look at the futures markets today, the S&P 500 futures were the best performer, as I mentioned, basically closing here now unchanged on the session. The Russell futures were down over 1%, even with a bounce late in the session. The Dow futures were down as well, and the NASDAQ futures were down, but again, well off the lows. So overall, the market's digesting some of the moving parts here, particularly in the interest rate environment, and also some of the Fed speak that's coming out now post-Fed meeting and its impact on the equity markets.